in the mists of ancient Celtic lands, where myth and reality intertwined. Like the intricate knotwork adorning their artifacts, weapons of legend were forged. These were not mere tools of war, but extensions of the gods themselves, imbued with power beyond mortal comprehension. As the fires of history burned bright, tales of these mythical armaments echoed through time, their stories etched into the very soul of a warrior culture that would shape the destiny of nations. This was no ordinary weapon, but a symbol of divine right, scepter of sovereignty that could cleave through falsehood as easily as flesh. It was said that when Nuada raised this sword, it blazed with the light of 1,000 suns, illuminating the path of righteousness for all who beheld it. From the depths of lore emerged blades that sang with the voices of heroes long past, spears that could pierce the veil between worlds, and cauldrons that bubbled with the essence of life itself. Warriors who fought beneath its banner were imbued with the courage of lions and the swiftness of eagles. This mystical vessel was often paired with the great weapons of legend, for it held the power of abundance and rebirth. The smiths of ancient Celtic societies were master craftsmen, working with bronze and later iron to create armaments of exceptional quality and beauty. Their swords, spears, and shields were not just tools of war, but works of art adorned with intricate designs that spoke of a culture rich in symbolism and spiritual significance. The bond between a Celtic warrior and his arms was sacred, a relationship forged in blood and honor that transcended the boundaries of life and death. From the legendary sword Excalibur of Arthurian legend to the magical weapons that populate modern fantasy literature and games, the spirit of Celtic armaments lives on. They continue to captivate our imaginations, reminding us of a time when the world was filled with wonder and the line between the mundane and the magical was gossamer thin. It was believed that a weapon that had tasted victory in battle carried with it the luck and skill of its previous wielders, making it ever more potent with each passing conflict. These stories passed down through generations, speak to the enduring human desire for meaning and the search for something greater than ourselves. They remind us that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope, a sword that can vanquish evil, a spear that can pierce the veil of ignorance, a cauldron that can nourish the soul. It was said that no company ever went away from it unsatisfied. Iron, harder and more durable than bronze, allowed for the creation of longer, stronger swords and spears. Subscribe to our channel to delve deeper into the mysteries of the past, where every artifact tells a story and every legend holds a kernel of truth. For, in exploring the myths of old, we may yet find the keys to understanding our present and shaping our future. The weapons of the Celts await, their blades gleaming with the promise of adventures yet untold. Will you heed their call? This technological advancement coincided with the rise of a warrior elite, whose prowess in battle and elaborate war gear became the stuff of legend in their own right. They challenge us to be more than we are, to reach for the divine spark within ourselves, and to forge our own legends in the fires of adversity. And that it could even restore life to the fallen, making it an invaluable treasure in times of both peace and war. This interweaving of fact and fiction created a rich tapestry of belief that informed every aspect of Celtic warrior culture. The weapons they carried into battle were more than mere tools. They were extensions of the warriors themselves, imbued with the spirits of ancestors and the blessings of the gods. In battle, it streaked across the sky like a bolt of lightning, striking fear into the hearts of enemies and inspiring allies to feats of unmatched bravery. These were the weapons of the Celts, crafted in the forges of imagination and tempered in the crucible of belief. They were more than metal and wood. They were the embodiment of a people's spirit, their hopes and their fears. In the hands of a true king, it was said to bring prosperity to the land and victory in battle. This was a weapon of unparalleled might, a javelin that knew no equal in the art of war. It was said that once thrown, the Spear of Lugh would never miss its mark, and no shield or armor could withstand its piercing point. But woe betide the unworthy who dared to grasp its hilt, for the sword knew the heart of its wielder and would turn against those found wanting. Among these legendary arms, none shone brighter than the Sword of Nuada, a blade of such renown that it was said to have been wielded by the very king of the Tuatha De Danann. The Sword of Nuada was more than a tool of war. It was a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of leadership and the weight of responsibility that came with it. As the tales of Nuada's blade spread across the Celtic world, another weapon of legend emerged from the shadows of myth, the Spear of Lugh, linked to the sun god himself. The Spear of Lugh was a conduit of celestial power, a bridge between the mortal realm and the divine. While not a weapon in the traditional sense, no discussion of Celtic mythical gear would be complete without mention of the Cauldron of Dagda. Yet, as we step back from the realm of myth and into the light of historical inquiry, we find that the weapons of the Celts were no less impressive for their mortal origins. The transition from bronze to iron weaponry marked a pivotal moment in Celtic history. In the world of the Celts, the line between myth and reality was often blurred, with historical figures taking on legendary status and mythical heroes being spoken of as if they had walked among mortals. Warriors would name their weapons, speak to them as trusted companions, and pass them down through generations as prized heirlooms. The influence of these Celtic myths and the weapons they celebrated has echoed through the ages, leaving an indelible mark on later folklore and fantasy. As we reflect on these tales of legendary Celtic weapons, we are reminded of the power of myth to shape our understanding of the world. In the end, perhaps the true power of these legendary weapons lies not in their mythical abilities, but in their ability to inspire us to greatness. As the mists of time continue to swirl around these ancient tales, we invite you to join us on further journeys into the heart of Celtic lore.